I don't do assisted, and I don't do negatives with a lot of my clients. Okay. So, and I advocate rest pause. So you may be rest pausing on your exercises, but it may be slightly different to the way that I would expect or want you to do them. So make sure you're engaged and listening to me when I'm obviously putting you through this workout, because I want to make sure that you extract as much out of this as possible, right? I'm a real cunt when it comes to my clients. I don't like bad form, I don't like sporadic reps. I really want you to try and stay in line all the time. Yes, the last number of repetitions, you might use obviously a little bit of sporadic movement to get those last repetitions out, but otherwise I want you to make sure you're engaged with that exercise all the time. Remember, you're trying to make sure that you're in control of the weight. Don't let the weight control you, okay? Yep. So we're going to warm up with this. Just do 20 reps with this full range of motion. I want you to come back as well as far as you can, but just before the weight bottoms out. So it might take you a few reps to brain train.
Come on!
Some people would keep their toes pointing forward, and that's because they'll be able to be stronger. As soon as you point your toes up, without even contracting, your thigh will go into a contracting situation anyway. Yes, okay, all right? So always keep the toes up. Good. Okay, if I say to you rest, pause, I want you to bring your weight back, let it bottom out so it touches, and then lean all the way forward so you release your thighs, all right? That's the only way you're going to be able to rest, pause, okay? Because if obviously you keep stress on that thigh, you're going to stay engaged, you want to disconnect as much as you can. The only time I will do partials is when I'm doing extensions on a high volume week, which would be like a week 3 Y3T. Alright, so if I was going to give you to do partials, right, this is your movement, okay? You start here, and the movement is this. That's all you are, okay? So at some point when I'm doing drop sets with you, we're going to do partials. Alright, the movement is this. It's not higher, it's not up here. You go back as far as you can, so you keep load on your thigh, alright? And the movement's only about 6 to 8 inches. When you do these repetitions, you've got to do them as fast as you can. Because if you do not do them as fast as you can, you will not be able to do one repetition, okay? Good. Perfect. Keep it there. Good. Good. 11, 12, 13, 14, 01. Good. I've seen more changes as far as muscle mass with higher reps than lower reps with legs as well. So this workout's not going to be boring, I can tell you that. You're not going to like this workout. Right, get brain trained, keep that movement pattern there. Good. Good. Keep pushing. 10. Keep going. Go 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest, pause. Good. Okay, 3 to 5 reps. Let's go. Back in. Back in. 2. Push. 3. Try. 1. Rest, pause. Okay, last 3 reps. Back in again. Strong. 1, 2. Okay, rapid.
Do you think everyone should squat?
I think it's a really good base compound movement, but you don't have to. I feel that, to be honest with you, if you're creating the right stimulus, okay. So what does that mean? It basically means you're incorporating a training style which is effectively going to obviously force your thighs or your legs or that muscle group to grow. Yes. But that's not just obviously the time in the gym, it's obviously out that gym environment. And I'm a massive advocate for different rep ranges. You know, I'm really believing what I put out there as far as like my beliefs, if that makes sense. Yes? I think you only have to look at the athletes. If you look at my athletes, they're very, very complete. And every one of those athletes had a weakness at some point. You know, you see a lot of training stimuluses where I see, you know, really good coaches or trainers advocating a certain training stimulus, but they still have weaknesses in their physiques. So it's like, well, this training stimulus is not working, but at the same time, I know genetics play a massive part, yeah? So genetics do play a part. Okay, back again, 3 reps. Strong. 2, and again. Rest, pause. Last 3. Okay, racket. Right, get ready now. These are the partials I told you about, okay? More reps, let's go. Let's go, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good set. If I cannot perform any more full repetitions, then any more is counterproductive. So I'm not into drop sets, I'm not into assisted reps.
No.
So, you know, some people may say that my trainer philosophy is too severe. I would say that if your supplement and your supplement needs your hydration and your foods are on point, then I feel that my training stillness is perfect. But if you're missing something,
Yeah, of course.
yeah. Up, rest. Okay, let's go back in then. 3 reps. 2 and 1.
Hey!
Let's go 10 reps. Partial. Let's go. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. Speed it up, don't lock the thighs.
Okay.
Okay, let's go down, faster, up. Straight down. Good, come on. Speed it up. Come on. Good. Push. Up. Drive. Keep pushing, come on. Wrong. 2 more. Drive, come on. And 1. Push up. Let's go. Good. Stay there. No. No, you put it back in it. Alright, let's go. 3 reps. Let's go. Come on. Speed it up, let's go, faster. Drive, up. 1, and again. Good. 2, and again. Push. Exactly the same, let's go. 3 reps. Strong, come on, be aggressive. Drive, come on. Drive. 1, good. 2. And again. Up. Drive. Up. Stay there. 1 rep. Let's go, 1 rep. Drive, down, up. Don't hesitate. Come on. Drive, up. Good, stay there. And again. Come on, big push. Down, drive. Up. Good, stay there. 1 rep. Big push, let's go. Drive, up. It's when you bring your physique, or you bring your expenditure to nearly failure. Alright, you rest for a few seconds. Obviously you do a number of reps, you rest for a few seconds. So if I was doing high volume, if I was doing this exercise, I would probably put 2 plates aside on this and I might be able to do 20 reps. But what I'll probably do is I'll do 10 reps, then I'll do 4 reps, then I'll do 3, and then I might do 1. Does that make sense? Yeah. Obviously you'll notice that obviously you did maybe 6 reps with rest pause, yes? And you may have done 4 reps, and then you rest pause. And then we did singles. I didn't help you with those repetitions, you were doing those repetitions, alright? Good, rest up. So it's one of these exercises, once you make that commitment to do the rep, you've got to stay mentally really strong, alright? Very good. The higher your fat levels, beyond a certain point, the more it's going to impact on your hormones, okay? It's going to impact on your endocrine system. So it doesn't make sense for a 200-pound competitive bodybuilder to be 250 pounds.
Right.
You may gain some strength, but strength isn't always a byproduct of muscle mass. You know, there will be certain people which will say progressive overload, and I'm a big advocate for progressive overload. Progressive overload, efficient progressive overload, can be produced and calculated and performed by high reps as well as low reps or medium repetitions, yes? So I'm not somebody who advocates body weight being over at a certain body fat percentage. Because if you're 18% body fat, then hormonally you're going to be less efficient than if you were 12%. As long as all your macronutrients and your hydration, your sleep, your recovery is on point. That makes sense. Perfect. Good. Good. Come on, 5 more. Stay strong. Come on. Good. Push. Drive. Up. And again. 1. Come on. Hit him up. Up. Stay there. Okay, 2 reps. Let's go. Push. Come on. And again. Drive. Stay there. 3. And again. Drive. Forward. Up. Drive. Stay there. Stay there. Right, then 5 single reps, okay? I'm not going to help you. You'll fail at doing it. Do another 5. Let's go. Single reps. 1 rep at a time. Let's go. Come on. 1 rep at a time. Let's go. Come on. Drive. Up. That's 1. Stay there. And again. Up. Come on. Drive. Good. And again. Push, push, push. Good. And again. Push, 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 push. Good. And again. Right. Stay there. 1 rep. Let's go. Push.
Fuck.
Body weight lunge.
Yeah.
I want you to make sure your back is upright as much as possible, okay?
Yeah.
So keep that focus on your quads. Take your ass out. The more you lean forward, the more you're going to throw it into your ass and your lower back, all right? A lot of people will do that as they start to get to the failure point. They're trying to make them mentally strong.
Yes, sir.
I want you big strides as well, so not shallow strides.
Right.
Good. Keep back upright. Not leaning forward. Good. 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 That crew's good. Go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. No, just stay there, just stand there, face me, body squat, body weight squat. Keep your back straight now, okay? Good, up, that's it, keep your leg free. Good. Good. Drive, 7, 3 more, 3 more.
We distributed to Yamamoto in Denmark. It's pretty popular.
It's an awesome product line. The problem is that people, unfortunately, when consumers are not educated, most consumers will buy a product on taste and price point.
Yeah.
People will look at a product and say, okay, so here's an amino acid, or here's an essential. There's 20 servings in here. There's 20 servings in here. One is $30 US, one is $20 US.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
No. You know, like there's very few companies which use fermented product. Fermented products cost about 20-25% more to manufacture.
Yeah.
So companies don't. So 95%. So about 98% of all branched chains amino acids and glutamine, they're made from animal fur, bird feather, or human hair.
Hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, at Yamamoto, we use Korea quality, which is by far the best quality raw ingredients in the world. There's not a company which can compete against them.
Right.
And, you know, obviously the supplement line is more expensive, but there's a reason for it, you know?
Yeah.
And ultimately, I'm a big advocate of sports supplementation and health supplementation. But I would probably say about 90% of sports supplementation in general is very poor grade. And if anything, you're indirectly causing anti-inflammatory responses, which are really negative on overall gut health. If your gut health is not in check, then that's going to massively impact your hormonal system. It's negatively going to impact your digestive system. And unfortunately, people get consumed about protein and carbohydrates instead of looking at the bioavailability of obviously certain supplementation of foods, and also investing in making sure the qualities and types of food they consume are up to a certain standard. You'll be saving more money. You know, you can save more money by using really good product lines. but people think they're expensive. Yeah, they're expensive compared to other products, or more expensive.
Yeah.
But the return is much better.
Yeah.
I'm not an advocate of more is better.
Yeah.
The complete opposite. You know what you've done today. You've created a really good stimulus to force, you know, new connective muscle growth and development.
Yeah.
Anything more is counterproductive. So.
I was impressed by the pendulum squat, because what you managed to do.
Yeah.
And that's actually hard, as I know that from training people too, is you kept the weight where I could just barely get it, you know? Yeah. Whereas most coaches just push you to failure, and then you can't do it. But he's like,
it's not productive.
What do you think is the number one thing that young guys these days are doing wrong? They're not focusing enough on the...
Right, okay, so I think one of the biggest issues in our industry is anabolic use and abuse. Listen guys, I understand that we're in a world where people have the freedom to do what they want, and I'm a big advocate of making sure that you have the freedom to do what you want.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of really bad information out there, like a lot of really, really bad information out there. And I feel that people have taken far more than what they should have taken, because they feel that more is better, and they're also taking active raw ingredients which actually aren't active and are very bad grades. So they're obviously indirectly creating a lot of issues internally with what they're doing. So that's probably my number one thing, is that people are basically taking too much anabolics and taking very bad quality items. And the second thing, probably possibly overtraining.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly overtraining.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I say overtraining, that could be a combination of training too many days and under-eating, or training too many days and because even though your calories may be there, your food may be there, ultimately you're putting that stress load on your body. Yeah. And I'm not going to try and just single out flex because flex is 7 times 212, but I have the same philosophy with all of my guys. I feel that if you're training hard enough, 3 days on, 1 day off is more than efficient. Flex only trains 5 days a week. When we're even in prep for Olympia, 5 days. And it's not double splits. Normally always single muscle groups, back, chest, etc. So so that's probably what I would say. You see a lot of physiques out there with a lot of mass with very little condition. You know, so because that comes down to me, it tends to be about drug use and abuse as opposed to most other things. You know, condition, but ultimately if your body fat percentage is 3 or 4%, you should be in condition, yes? There's no excuse not to be in condition.
You think the drugs that they look for?
Yeah, you see, because like building muscle tissue with drug use is very easy. Building a physique with a certain level takes time, but taking time allows you to stay within that parameters of maintaining your fine lines, your symmetry, your shape, your condition, all those things that just have to go hand in hand.
I think you're right. I think especially with the training, I think the young guys' intensity was not there. And if the intensity was there, like if I train like this every time, I will not train more than 3 days in a row. So I think guys go in and maybe they train at 70%, but then they feel like, oh, I can train 7 days a week. So they just like, they never really go for the motion. I think that's a big part of it.
And also, like we spoke outside, we could do more sets. There's no reason to do more sets. Okay, so guys, if you want to check out obviously my Instagram, which is Neil_Yoda_Hill1.
I'll put up a tip.
Okay, also I send out a lot of great free content which will be starting on Monday next week, so you'll be able to enroll to my free daily emails. You don't need to purchase anything whatsoever, and then from those emails you obviously have the chance to learn so much from me free of charge. And then obviously if any of you guys and girls want to buy any ebooks, or you want to subscribe to the sub-site, which is going to be launching later on the year, that's something you guys and girls can do. There's going to be a lot of valuable, great content out there for you guys and girls to extract, irrespective of what your chosen fitness and lifestyle goals are.
Hardest thing for me, which is the most thing I like about sport, is eating. So I hate to eat. So that's the hardest thing for me. Training, I love. But so now it's like that, the glass ceiling, as you call it, has been taken away. So now I can get up and away.
I remember like one of the first motivation videos I saw was like they took it from like a British documentary or something, where they see you stacking like the fish meals, and you talk about like eating and then drinking water.
I don't have to do that anymore, thank God. We changed the diet up a little bit since then, but even then, I can remember just us trying to get shredded for the junior class, and we were eating like tilapia, and after that prep I was like, I don't eaten all my fucking tilapia. So I think I've eaten tilapia a handful of times in the last couple of years. So I eat it and it gives me flashbacks to my old days. So no more tilapia.
Til dem af jer, der ikke har set det endnu, som jeg altid har, der er mange, der spørger ind med, hvad man skal træne i på bendager, hvad der er godt i at squatte i og sådan noget. Til dem af jer, der ikke ved, jeg har det altid i mine squat-sko. Så har jeg de her indlæg. Det her det er nogle fra noget, der hedder Line Footwear. Jeg skal nok smide et link op. Der er mange forskellige indlæg, man kan få. Man kan også få nogle, der er specielt lavet. Det her det er nogle, jeg sætter i skoen, og så former den efter min fod. Så når jeg står, og jeg laver min squat, og jeg laver min dødløft, så føles det bare som, jeg har 100% kontakt til gulvet. Lå mig på det her. Det føles så fucking godt. Nu har jeg fået et par eller jeg har fået 3-4 par sponsoreret, og jeg har givet nogle væk på konkurrence og sådan noget. Men jeg tror de koster 900 kroner. Altså, jeg har købt mange af dem, før jeg fik sponsoreret. Men venner, nu lige en ekstra hurtigt reklame, komme ind. De her fra Line Footwear. Hvis I har problemer med jeres holdning, når I squatter, eller hvis I bare gerne vil stå bedre, og I ikke gider at købe de der høje squat-sko med hæl på, køb det indlæg. De er sindssygt gode. Jeg lover, at I bliver glad for dem.